Many people see car insurance as one of those necessary evils because, well, you're legally required to have it.
Yeah, insurance companies use all kinds of information to decide how much you pay versus the next person. But iTeammate has the scoop on a new study about possible changes to the way those companies decide what you pay. Steph.
Mike Brook, car insurance company calls the things that determine what you pay ratings factors. Things like your age, where you live, your marital status. Those are facts that help companies determine whether you're a high-risk driver. But there's a new potential ratings factor on the horizon, and it has to do with what you're doing online. When you get behind the wheel, you probably think about where you're going. But car insurance companies think about how you're getting there. And it's all about risk. They decide how much you should pay them based on that risk in 3 categories: your location, your car, and you. And we all tend to accept that those ratings factors are fair, like younger people should pay more than older people.
I think it makes sense, actually. People that are married tend to be more stable. Elderly people are more careful as drivers, and they probably don't drive as far. So I think that married people and the elderly ought to get a break on their insurance rates.
But these are the more obvious things: driving record, gender, age. And in today's world, companies are finding new ways to measure your risk.
And then a lot of that has to do with how you engage online. So we've been seeing other industries, other companies that use your digital footprint behavior.
Alyssa Connolly and her coworkers at the Zebra study car insurance. They've seen this kind of digital behavior used by companies to set rates for things like financing. So when you shop online, she says some companies can use things like what kind of device you use and the time of day you shop to set rates for loans. The research says buying auto insurance on a desktop computer could save you almost $80 versus signing up on your cell phone or tablet. But the increase in your premium for using an Android is less than the increase for using an iPhone. And having a Gmail address could cost you more than $100 extra, while a Comcast.net address would save you more than $200. But would that result in people actually changing their online behavior?
If consumers want to take those steps, then they can shop online in the morning versus at, wait late at night, or they can use a certain device. But I think a lot of consumers wouldn't want to make massive changes in their online behaviors.
I would hesitate to call it unfair, more just illogical. I mean, what's the thought that that makes a difference? And I don't get that.
Do you think that online behavior is a fair way to rate people?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, what people are doing like in their free time when no one's looking is a pretty good representation of who people actually are. So, not to be a jerk, but yeah, I think it's fair.
Now, the researchers at the Zebra say these new ratings factors could be implemented almost instantaneously, but the insurance companies would have to go to state regulators to make that happen.
And what are state regulators in Indiana saying about this?
So we called the Indiana Department of Insurance. They say they have not yet been approached about these specific ratings factors. We have a whole statement from them and kind of how they decide these things, as well as the whole list of all those factors. So what exactly it would cost for different things, time of day you shop, etc., in this story on wishtv.com.
Yeah, how does it rate with your email address?
Yeah, so that was one that I think a lot of people kind of had a head scratcher about, and we can't exactly say. We don't exactly know what the car insurance, how they decide that a person with a Gmail like me should pay more than somebody else with a Comcast address, but it all has to go back to risk. The insurance companies have to prove there's an increased risk to them to take you on as a driver.
Oh boy, all right, that is a head scratcher. Steph, thanks so much, very interesting.